My name is Michele Carrico Domingo. Before GeekGirlCon, I was working at a higher educational institution as their Director of Equity and Inclusion, which is basically like a Chief Diversity Officer position. And before that, I was at 7 years at a local nonprofit as their Directing Immigration Attorney. And so I have over 20 years experience doing organizational development work, working in nonprofits in higher ed. And my passion is really working with women, people of color, and immigrants. And GeekGirlCon is just a wonderful organization, a perfect fit for what I'm doing in my life and for my passions. So in 2013, I went to my first GeekGirlCon with a friend, and we were trying to figure out what this geeky parenting, being feminist was with having children, and we just wanted a really good girlfriend date. And so we went, we both dressed up and cosplayed, and it was the best girl date I ever had with a friend of mine. But this was the first time I really felt like it was a really safe space for me to explore my geekiness and just have a really great time. I was really struck by the amount of women and the diversity of women there, that it was a really safe space for queer folk, LGBTQIA plus identified folk, and people of color. And what was awesome is that it was very family friendly. And for me, that was just a plus. But I just love what GeekGirlCon does every year and what the mission supports. I've been interested in joining GeekGirlCon in a professional way for the past several years. And then this position for their very first paid executive director came up, and when I saw the job listing, there was just stars that I saw all over the job description. And for me, it was pretty much the dream job that I've been looking for. I have a background in running nonprofits and starting nonprofits, and so I have a lot of the hard skills of organizational and strategic development and running profits and creating programming. But I really wasn't finding the right fit for me of an organization that fit my values and kind of honored and celebrated my feminist side and geeky culture side. And for me, this was a perfect fit. And just the perfect timing right now that I just finished up a 2-year job over at a higher educational institution. And for me, I just have seen where GeekGirlCon is going in the past 6 years, and I'm so excited to bring the organization and work with the team and bring it to the next level of where the group wants to go. So I'm really excited about the possibilities. My favorite book is 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. My favorite fandom right now is comic books. I'm really into the series Saga by Brian K. Vaughan, Monstrous, and Ms. Marvel. But I also love Star Wars, Firefly, Buffy, and Star Trek. If I could travel anywhere right now, it would be on a very hot and sunny beach in the Philippines. I think 4 things that I'm really interested in, especially the coming year, is working on building a stronger foundation for the organization. This is the first paid position ever for GeekGirlCon. I want to work more on building capacity and increasing our donor and foundation and giving base as well. The second thing that I wanted to do is to really work on building and creating more partnerships with the community, diversifying our partnerships with community-based organizations, but also corporate sponsorships. We have a lot of amazing organizations, small businesses and large businesses that work here in the Seattle area. We're the fastest growing area in the region for the tech industry. So I think there's like a natural partnership and collaborations we can do with a lot of organizations and nonprofits here in the Seattle area. The third thing I wanted to do in GeekGirlCon 17 and beyond is to work more on increasing our diversity and inclusivity on our volunteer staff, but also on the board, but also for the people that come to our events. So I want to continue the great work the team has done and see who's not at the table yet, and really working on identifying who would like to be involved more in either volunteering for our organization or just being involved in our events. So I'm really looking forward to working increasing diversity and then kind of tying in community partnership as well. And the last thing I'm really excited about, I'm hoping we can do more of this year, is to work on increasing arts into GeekGirlCon. that's part of STEAM, and traditionally it's been known as STEM. And there's a lot of arts and creativity that's involved in being an engineer and being a scientist, because often you have to think outside the box. So I'm really involved in increasing arts into GeekGirlCon and working with local partnerships and organizations that work with maybe young women or girls in the arts community. So I'm really excited to see what kind of partnerships we can form through that and build upon in creating more of an arts community.